Hi, this is Shelby Ketterling, and this is my philosophy of educational technology. First off is my paper. I believe that technology should be in the classroom. I feel like as a teacher, you have to kind of find that balance, and I think that having a good balance in your classroom with technology is a good thing to have, because you could have too much technology or you could have no technology at all, and then the kids won't benefit from what technology does have to offer. Next is Class Dojo. I really think that Class Dojo is a good platform to have. It helps teachers communicate, and I think communication is a very important thing in education. As a teacher, I feel like it's really, really important for teachers to communicate with the parents, because the littlest thing could, be be happening, and the parents need to know about it, and if something changes at home, teachers need to know about that too. But also, students can communicate with the teachers on this app, and during COVID, we actually used Class Dojo, and we had kids communicate with us, and so I think that's pretty cool, and it's just fun and unique. Next is Gemkit, and Gemkit was started by a high school student as a project. I walked into a third grade classroom and they were playing this, and I thought that was the most cool, fun thing that I had seen. It is kind of like Kahoot, but it's a classroom game style of thing, and it's basically quizzes, but that are into a game, and kids can do certain things on it when they level up so much, and it's just really cool, and they get so many points for so many questions right, and it's just a really cool thing, and I think learning should be fun, not boring, and so I think this is a good way to assess how your kids are doing, but then also it shows that they're learning, and it's a quiz without the pressure of a quiz, and I think that's something that kids need more of. Next is PairDeck, and this is a part of Google Slides as an add-on. It lets teachers add an interactive twist. So you would just go about doing Google Slides, and then you could have your kids log on, and they could, from their own device, interact with it. So if for some reason we were to ever shut down again, this would be something fun to have for teachers while kids are at home learning, or even, if a kid is quarantined or just sick in general or on vacation, or just to have as a fun thing in class. I think this is interactive, can be fun, and I think this world is coming to it, so I think it just should be something that, if you can, add it in. If not, I guess great. But I really liked when I looked it up, I really liked it, and I can see myself using it just to keep my kids focused and entertained on what we're learning about. Next is Flipgrid, and this is a video tool for teachers and students. I used it in a class at a previous college, and it was fun. It was weird to use at first, but it was fun. The teacher will ask a question, and then students will record a video in response. I like that idea because kids can be creative with it. And I feel like oftentimes we just say, write a sentence or do something, and the kids aren't really creative. So I like that aspect of it. Next is Quizlet. Not sure why it's not opening, but Quizlet is a website where you can create like flip cards or flashcards. I think this is a good thing for review. It's not your traditional way, and I think it gets kids involved. Um, you could even print them out and have them like already made. You just have to cut them. So I think that's cool, and you can send this to the parents and through an email or however, and they can get it. And just something fun and a little different than your traditional way. Next is EdPuzzle, and this is a website that allows educators to use videos for students to reference. So when I was looking this up, I was kind of curious about it, but you can take any video from like YouTube or anywhere and you can post them and then ask your kids questions. So I think this is something fun that I might use for if I'm going to have a substitute or just for random stuff throughout the year. I think this would be fun to help kids, like something just different and not traditional. It helped them, maybe keep engaged, and I think adding in a video where you can will help keep the kids as entertained. So, like I said, I think I can see myself using this for maybe a substitute. Of course, it wouldn't be the entire time, but just to have a little bit to where if it's like a review or just starting to learn something, and then it kind of takes the pressure off of the substitute a little bit. Next is NearPod, and this is a website with lesson plans and educational videos on it. Again, this was really helpful for when looking up lesson plans and just needing like a guide for them. And I think, this is a great for when you're just tired and can't think of anything or are having a hard time with a lesson. I think this is a great place for teachers to go and get help, or not help, but reference. And who knows, maybe, for like a substitute, have one already planned for those just in case moments. Next is this whiteboard, and this is a whiteboard for iPads. And I haven't seen too many whiteboards from like when I was a kid, and I really liked those. And I think this is just a good way, to have kids, have technology but not. And so I think it's like the good, maybe little bit of a balance. But then their whiteboard is with them right there, and they can use it however they want to on all types of problems. And then ABCYA.com is a website, and it has just basically games, but they're learning games. I actually tested out a couple, and I thought that they were pretty fun. And I think, if you're just having like some downtime and your kids are bored, you could just send them to play this, and they're still learning while having fun. So I think this is a great website just to have for those just in case moments or free time, or when you want them to all, maybe play a certain game for review or just something for them to have fun on. And then there are coloring pages on here too, and so I know some kids really like to color, and I think that would be a great thing for them too. And they can play this at home for practice too. And that is it. So thank you.